Hey guys, it's Al with techmadeezy, and here is the new upgraded Fanttik C10 Pro electric scissors. Now guys, as an influencer, you know I cut down a ton of cardboard to recycle. Some of it's pretty darn thick, to be honest with you, and I have to tell you, as much as I love razor blades, you know, they don't always cut it, especially for the thicker cardboard. And that is the reason why I purchased this by Fanttik. Now, it cuts thick cardboard, it cuts leather, fabric, and especially those pain in the butt blister packs. I mean, they're always difficult, but not with this, which is really nice. So you know what? Let's go ahead and check this out. Let's get this party started. So here is what I'm covering in this video. I'm going to do a super quick unboxing. We'll show you what's included. We'll take a close look at some of the features of the C10 Pro. And definitely take a look at the color screen and the LED light. And then we're going to do some cutting demos. I'll do a thin piece of cardboard. I'll do a thick piece of cardboard. I'll do a piece of thin board. I got some fabric and, of course, a blister pack. I don't know why they call it blister packs, but it must be because you get blisters. Now, before we start the video, let's just cover basics, right? Some people don't even know what this is. So first and foremost, the MSRP on this is $99, but I've definitely seen it on sale often. Now, don't get me wrong. They make ones for 40 bucks that are, you know, probably do the job. It just depends. So you spend a little bit more money here, but you definitely get more power to cut through things, which is important, and a larger battery. So keep that in mind. I'll have a link in the video description if you want to pick this up. Now, what is it for? Well, cutting boxes, right? Cutting fabric, cutting leather, you know, cutting a blister pack. Those are a pain, and we're going to do that in this video. Of course, it's cordless. It's got a helpful LED light and a bright color screen. It also uses a USB Type-C charging cable, so that's nice. Let's go ahead and get this unboxed. So there you go. Everything you get in the box. You get a small manual. You get a USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable. Small one, by the way. You don't get a power brick, so you'll need that, which hopefully you have for your phone and all the devices. You get an extra blade, so you get two blades. This is an extra one, and you get one on there. So be careful, it is a little sharp. You get a blade key that helps you tighten and or remove the original blade. You get a pretty big bag, so this is going to really hold everything. It's a nice soft bag. And then of course we get this, and we'll take a moment right now and take a close look at this. But yeah, we're going to take our close look now. But let me tell you, before this, I've been using, you know, everybody uses some kind of a razor, right? We'll probably always do so. But this is a 5-in-1 by Tough Built. It's actually pretty cool. I did a video. I'll point it right up there is what the image looks like. I'll put a link in the video description, but these get dull, right? Now, they do have extra blades in here, but they still get dull. Now, this is probably going to get dull at some point, but they give you an extra, you know, blade, which is nice. So, you know, you've got some huge branding on this thing. You got your blade opening, which they say is 10 millimeter. Or I'll put up what it is in inches so you can see. So you are protected, which is first and foremost. And you can't just start this up. You have to press this button first on the side in order to get it spinning, first of all. Here's where you charge it. So you've got a USB Type-C port you can charge it with. So it's got a built-in battery. I'll go over specs a little later on. If you want specs, they'll be in the timestamps. Now, you do get, by the way, a nice light in the front. So while you're cutting, you can actually see what you're cutting. So that is nice as well. And oh, by the way, you get a color screen. Now we're on Eco, and you know, basically you can first of all, let me hold this button real quick. You can change it. Actually, you might have to change it when it's off. So you can change the direction. As you can see, the arrow is now facing back, and the light does turn off pretty quickly. So that's forward. If I hit this, that's backwards. So that'll change the direction. And if you want to go from Eco to Max, right? So Eco sounds like that. Max. So again, we'll go over RPMs later on in the specs, but this is pretty powerful. This replaced the first one they came out with, and it is definitely a huge upgrade. So again, your button there, you've got some grip on here, by the way, which is nice. Again, your light, there's where you put the key to remove this blade and put another one on. Just to show you, you know, again, your screen. All right. So pretty nice and ergonomic. You know, they definitely made this more ergonomic. So why don't we do some demos? Now I'm going to start off with your basic cardboard, which is here. This is pretty thin. And then we'll end off with some thicker cardboard. As you can see, this is definitely a little more than double, you know, as far as the thickness is concerned. So how would it do with that piece of cardboard? Let's find out. So we'll start off with the thin piece of cardboard. This is your standard piece of cardboard. Now, we're on Eco. So let's do Eco. No issues, right? Kind of awkward with the camera in the front, right? But no issues. And let's go ahead and let's turn on Max. So we'll see what Max looks like. I'm gonna watch my fingers over here. No issues whatsoever. And again, don't forget, this thing will go forward and it will go backwards if you want it to. It's bi-directional. Let's get the thicker cardboard. Got our thicker cardboard. Let's go ahead and start off on Eco. Honestly, no issue. Again, it's just awkward on camera. But let's change that now to Max. So we're on Max now. Again, no issues, right? What do we have next? So I picked up some canvas board from Walmart. You know, it's not that thick, but it's hard. So let's see how we do on Eco. And again, let me set this up. All right, Eco. All right, so I guess we'll just do it, huh? Wow. Choked on Eco. All right, again, this is not normal, but I figured let's put it on Max. We're on Max now. Wow. So it could be that it's just too thick. That's really what it looks like. Now let me just change it to reverse. Okay. And I want to try this again. I really do. No, it's not going to do it. All right, let's change directions again and get out of that. So, you know, it says it is canvas board, and it's not really going to work with that. All right, I bought a small piece of fabric. And I think you're supposed to hold this or something, you know, because as you're cutting it, it's just going to... So I'm just going to cut this way, and at least I got that weight on cutting. It is on Eco, by the way. No issues. I mean, it's just soft and it just cut it. So we can cut fabric. Now, if you use Max, I don't know, Max might be too fast. Oh wow, it's no issue. It's really no issue. I was just worried it was going to get all caught up, but that worked. So I went shopping to find a blister pack, right? And this one's pretty good because it's locked down. This is, I guess, a chain, you know, for a saw. Maybe a real small saw. I don't know. But we'll use this, and we'll see how it goes. Again, I'm just going to jump in right here on Eco. And let me see if I got it on Eco. So here's Eco. No issues. It really, you know, it worked, right? I mean, what does Max look like on this thing? It's probably going to just be like so funny. So, hey, it's fine on blister packs, and you can get to your saw chain. Hey, I should wear this. Just maybe dip it in some gold. And that'll probably cut my neck. We're going to go over specs, but let me just tell you, we just did our demos with this thing. I had the older version. At times it didn't have the power, so this definitely is more powerful, definitely more RPMs. I like that it has a light. I like the feel, the ergonomics. So we paid for this, by the way, not sponsored. We'll put a link in the video description. If you pick this up, you know what? You help our channel at no cost to you. I'll even put another model down there that's highly rated, a different brand. I'll put that down there also. I think it was about 40 bucks, just in case if this is too expensive for you. But, you know, I'm going to put the features and the specs right here on the right side. So, model number C10 Pro. MSRP is $99, but it's usually always on sale. Now, I like the ergonomic design. It does have a 40-watt magnetic mower. Did I say mower? Yep, motor. You know, that's because I do a lot of mower videos. Anyway, RPM on Eco is 350 and max RPM is 600. That's one of the reasons why I bought this. Now, it does cut up to 0.39 inches or 10 millimeters. It's got a clear color display. It's got the LED light right up in the front, so that's a better placement. It does offer bi-directional cutting. It offers an extra blade in the box, which is nice. This is also USB Type-C, so I believe it's about 10 watt. Now the battery, just so you'll know, is a 2000 milliamp battery. And if you saw everything that was included in the beginning, go back, but they did give you the, you know, a blade key, a storage bag, the charging cable. So pretty nice stuff. I recommend this. I definitely do. Again, we bought this, but I recommend it. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching our video. I sure hope you found it helpful. And if you did, give us a thumbs up. We'd appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and put our social media up on top if you want to follow us. And you'll be able to subscribe to our channel by clicking this round Tech Made Easy logo. Guys, thank you so much and have a wonderful day.